guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion, and this is Zelda news, breaking Zelda news. So really, this is more like my thoughts and reactions about what we learned, which is that Zelda is being made into a live-action TV series by Netflix. Well, I guess not a TV series, but a streaming series. And we know very few details about it. At this point, we know just that it's in extreme early development. There aren't even writers, nobody's written a thing. It's just in pre-production at this point, or even earlier than pre-production. And just that Netflix is working closely with Nintendo, and that's it. We don't know any kind of plots or anything like that. They are describing it as Game of Thrones, but for family-friendly Game of Thrones, basically. So that implies to me that it's going to be hopefully a pretty high budget, and hopefully a kind of more serious-ish kind of tone, not super kidsy, but more family. There's a difference between those two types of audiences. But what this video is about is my speculation, my guesses as far as to what we might get out of this. And what I think is going to happen is, first of all, this is not happening anytime soon. Nobody's written a word for this, there are no scripts, there isn't even a writer at this point, so it's going to be at least a year, I would guess, before we see anything. And then, as far as what it could possibly be, some people I'm sure are hoping that it's going to be a retelling or an adaptation of Ocarina of Time, or one of the other Zelda stories, like Skyward Sword, that has a very specific storyline, and that's not going to happen as far as I'm concerned. The reason why is because they're going to want the writers to have as much freedom and room to be as creative as possible. So what I think is going to happen is it's not going to be based on any particular game. They're just going to take characters or elements from different games and sort of shove them all together and build their own thing that will probably involve the staples of Link and Zelda and the Triforce and Ganon, but nothing specific from a particular game. I mean, maybe we would eventually see specific items or weapons from the series, but maybe not even that. I think that they'll want to just create a brand new thing that probably won't even fit into the timeline whatsoever. And the reason being is because, as somebody who does a bit of writing himself, I can imagine that you wouldn't want to just adapt Ocarina of Time into a TV show because the plot is already laid out, the characters are already defined. You would want much more creative room to sort of explore different storylines and not feel constrained by something that already exists, because you can just already go play the game Ocarina of Time. What's the point in seeing an adaptation of that? So it will be its own thing, surely, and it will have its own plot, and it might contradict things as we know it in Zelda. Maybe they'll do something crazy, like have Ganon be Zelda's brother, which was in this terrible script that I read a few years ago that was like a proposal for a Zelda movie written by a fan. So, you know, it might have something like that, and we'll just have to accept it. So that's basically it so far. We don't know any details, so I'm just speculating here. What do you guys think? Do you think that they will follow a particular game, or do you hope that they'll follow a particular game? Or would you rather it be just its own thing? Let me know in the comments down below. That is it for this episode of whatever this is. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys.